Netflix has been on a roll the past 2 months with Ozark, BoJack Horseman, American Vandal, Big Mouth, Maniac, and now The Haunting of Hill House. I really enjoyed every single one of these shows, but this is the first one that has actually compelled me enough to want to make a review for it. This one is directed by Mike Flanagan, and he's pretty much the reason why I watched this show. I didn't like the trailer too much, but I went in expecting that this show would at least be, well made, and you know what? I was not disappointed at all. Honestly, this show blew me away. Flanagan has quickly become one of my favorite horror directors working today, even above James Wan. This show reminded me a lot of Oculus, which is probably my favorite one of his movies. It basically takes place between two different timelines. One when there's family who moves into the Hill House. It's the 5 siblings as kids with their mom and dad moving to Hill House, and some scary stuff starts happening. And then it also cuts between the future, so several years later when these kids are now adults, and this basically, all these traumatic things that happened in their past comes back and basically haunts them in the future as well. Flanagan did such a great job directing this show. There is an episode where, I'm not kidding, there is 20-minute long tracking shots cutting between the present and the past. So basically it stays with the present characters for about 20 minutes, no cuts whatsoever, and then it finally cuts and now you're in the past for about 20 minutes and cuts back and forth for an entire episode, and it is amazing. Things in the background move around. There's things you see, and then they're gone when the camera moves around from room to room, and it's really impressive. The actors did an amazing job in these scenes. Even the kids were a part of this too, and they were doing a great job as well. The show also maintains a creepy atmosphere throughout the entire 10-episode run, which is also thanks to the director, and there's one jump scare in this show that really got me. I think it's probably the best jump scare I've ever seen in anything, movies or show. This show isn't only about the horror. Yes, it's very well done, some of the best horror I've seen all year, but what makes this show great is the characters. The Haunting of Hill House is really a character drama about family, forgiveness, and grief. It's about how the past can come back and haunt you, and about how these traumatic experiences can both bring people together but also tear them apart. The show really does reach emotional heights that I was not expecting. You really feel for all these characters, and all the performances from all the actors, including all the child actors, are amazing. I don't have time to list all the actors of the show, but I have some written down. So there's Kate Siegel, Lulu Wilson, who seems to be in everything horror these days. You have Henry Thomas and Timothy Hutton, who both play the father, both in the past and the present, and they do a great job. And what's her name? Kate Siegel is probably my favorite character. She is in episode 3. Each episode basically focuses on a different character. So episode 3 is Kate Siegel's character's, episode, where you kind of find out that when she touches things, she can basically feel the emotions or feel the memories of these people or these objects, and it's really cool. Her arc, along with all the other characters in the series, ended perfectly. A lot of times, if a show or a movie doesn't end well, it kind of ruins the whole thing, but I think this one, the ending is emotional and heartbreaking, and I absolutely loved every second of it. This show is scary, yet had me emotionally invested. It has amazing characters, great directing, and I love the finale. This show, I really don't have too many problems with it. The only criticism I'd really give this show is maybe the pacing is a little bit off. It's a little bit too long. I think you could have tightened it up to be a 9-episode series, but overall I think it works really well. All of you guys should go on Netflix right now and check out this show. It is amazing. It might honestly be my favorite thing that's come out so far this year. That's including TV and movies. All those shows I listed at the beginning, this is probably my favorite of all of those, and this might be my favorite thing that has come out this year. So let me know in the comments below if you decide to watch this thing. And once you get to episode 6, please let me know what you're thinking. But I love this show. Check me out on Twitter at the UR Movies. Also subscribe to the channel if you want more reviews. If you want to see more Netflix show reviews, also let me know. There's Daredevil Season 3 is coming out next week. So like I said, Netflix is on a roll. Check me out on Twitter, Talking Movies Podcast. I missed this week, but we're for sure going to have another episode coming out later this week, probably talking Halloween and some few other things, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But that is the review. You guys go check it out, and I'll see you all in the next review.